Hey nerds, join us on Discord and hit that subscribe button.
Hello there, I'm Yiri and Zika.
Homa.
Sir Knees?
And I'm your DM, Seth. Welcome to Venture Forth. When last we left our heroes, we returned to the Ashen Hammer, where Seeker sat down in a game with more than just coins at stake. As Seeker began the process of making contact with the criminal underground here within Westreach by way of the dealer, Luca Vosk, the rest of the AOR took up positions around the bar to keep tabs on the movements of potential hostiles within the area. Seeker made some inroads and appeared to make it past the initial tests, with Luca saying he could likely make some introductions to the appropriate friends here within Westreach. But outside, Flynn has been made by a member of the crew, a blue-skinned tiefling male who introduced himself as Mortis. While heading into the Ashen Hammer to meet with the rest of the group, unwillingly, at the behest, I should say, of Mortis and his unnamed companion, Flynn attempted an escape. And while he made some clutch moves and put up a good fight, he was ultimately brought down and taken by blackness. As that resolved itself, the others within the bar began to gather near the table in the back under the watchful eyes of several patrons of the bar that had not gone unnoticed by Kellic and Oma. And as they did so, and began to gather, Mortis and the woman with him arrived at the table and were then recognized by Seeker as Mortis and Ava, two members with which apparently Seeker has some form of history. After a tense standoff and a gathering of all of you together, Mortis and Ava took you through a false wall here in the back of the Ashen Hammer, outside of the watchful eyes of most of the patrons here at the bar, and down into the bedrock of Dortamen. After a series of mind-bending twists, turns, and tunnels that ended in various bifurcations and dead ends, you eventually arrived at an opulent hallway blocked by a massive stone wall across the center, which at a command from Mortis melted away to reveal an altogether different scene from the Ashen Hammer far above you. An opulent room tiled in fine marble, mosaics all around, sparkling with gemstones and laden with plush couches and cushions strewn about where patrons lounge enjoying many vices. Alcoves of beaded curtains hide other patrons in various states of revelry, and above, suspended from the ceiling, aerial acrobats perform on silks, a show for all of those here. In the center of this beautiful chamber lies a large fountain where jets of water spin upwards, forming into various risque shapes and other forms as flames mingle, creating puffs of steam and mist, and sand and wind also swirl, creating a beautiful tapestry of latent elemental power here within the center. But as Mortis beckons you all forward and welcomes you to the Crown and Hammer, he says to you, Zami is waiting and ready to see you. Seeker, you know this to be one of the most powerful people within the Crownling crew here in Westreach. You guys cross into the establishment. Again, you see this sort of massive, beautiful expanse around you, and you're led through the crowd towards the back, where you see there, seated in a beautiful, sort of like opulent, massive throne, for lack of a better word, you see a woman sitting. You see this like terracotta colored skin with like a sort of shaved head, very, very close cropped dark hair. You see a sleeveless vest of like black silk with delicate silver scroll work that goes up the collar. And you see curling up both of the arms tattoos of serpents that wind up and across the chest and onto the neck that subtly seem to like glow and almost shift and move as you look upon them. As you are led back, you see this woman lounging on this chair, and she beckons you all forward. What do you guys do?
Okay, guys. Olma. We need to be careful what we say to this one.
Why are you looking at me like that?
These people do not have patience.
I mean, nobody has patience, but okay. I mean,
There's a good chance Flynn is not breathing.
Where do you gather that?
He didn't respond. And I was threatened that I'd never see him again.
what do you mean?
You think he's dead?
These people don't play. So,
Well, they wouldn't have much to bargain with if he was dead, so...
I look at you and turn my head. Some people can do stuff about that, no?
Hey,
I just think, for argument's sake, a Fey demon is probably also not somebody I should talk back to, so I mean, like,
right,
On a
but
scale
we
of
don't
what?
need to accrue enemies on,
well, okay, but I'm just saying on a scale of, like,
entities
the
you
queen,
should argue with.
Low.
probably not as bad as Flynn's demon, right?
The Flynn's demon had a bit of a sense of humor, so that may be also.
Look,
Also, we're a bit when we spoke to the Archfey, we were in a temple
A place of protection.
allies.
Right.
We are among.
people who...
I mean, I wouldn't want to mess with one of these acrobats, frankly.
Right. Okay. Well, so I'll just be quiet then.
No,
Whatever.
you can talk. Just be wary.
No, I won't talk. You obviously don't want me to talk, so I
That's
just
not
won't
what
talk.
I'm saying.
It kind of seems like that's what you're saying.
I don't want you to upset them for no reason.
Well, I don't know what I can say that's going to upset them or not upset them, so I guess I just can't talk.
Let's just get on with it, Sig.
Okay, let's go.
All right. You are, as you guys walk in, I mean, you can see this is, again, a very large space, multi-tiered. There are lots of people in here.
They're just kind of holding an open court.
Many,
right?
yeah. Like it looks like a party. Like it
Yeah.
looks like there's revelry and there's this big kind of party going on and there's
Mhm.
drinks being poured and like attendees walking around in like delicate silk garbs that are bringing drinks and various other, again, vices to different people. You see like things of like smoke that are being wafted upwards.
Does anyone walk near with a platter of drinks?
Yeah, like you can cross, like as you're crossing through, you definitely one crosses close to you.
I snag 2 drinks.
Okay.
Kellic, do you want one?
Not really.
Okay. And I would drink them both.
Okay. Little something to steady the nerves, maybe. Okay. But as you cross and you sort of slam these 2 drinks, again, you see you're escorted by Mortis and Ava both. As you get a little bit closer, you can see that the woman who you recognize by mostly just description, Seeker's never actually seen this person before. You recognize Zami Gazari, the oral patron of the Gazari family. And as you guys walk close, the sort of leg that's sort of languishing over the arm of this way too big, this beautiful throne that almost like is sort of, it looks like it's grown from crystal. Like it's this gorgeous, like opalescent, just like crag of various crystalline structures and things like that sort of almost come upwards into this almost coral-like construction that like, but with the sort of angularity of oh man, what's that mineral? The one that makes all the little sticks. You know what I'm talking about? I forget what it's exactly called, but it's like they almost look like strands, like little tiny delicate strands of mineral.
Yeah.
And it's like jutting upwards in all these different directions, but it kind of captures the light and like sends it outwards in a way. And it's way too big. Like it looks like it could accommodate something like giant sized, perhaps. It's massive. It's almost like a daybed for her as she like languishes in the like plush cushions that are draped across the seat. But as you guys approach, the sort of the leg comes down and they sit up and they look and they lean forward and their eyes kind of sweep over you. Yeah, you had a question?
Yeah, I want to just a quick sweep as this is happening.
Yeah.
Do I see anyone else? Because there's some people missing from the old party.
There are some people missing. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception. 20, 30.
Dirty 20. Excuse me. You see one person who you recognize. You see another half elf, striking presence, golden
Nyla.
hair framing gray-green eyes. You see Nyla, who is currently the normal, charming, like pervasive sort of personality that she has, the sort of silver tongue and the jovial experience that is a delicate mask for the relatively ruthless and calculating woman beneath is gone. And there's also like just watching you with keen eyes as you cross into this. Curiously enough, there's someone next to her you don't recognize. But what did you roll?
Dirty 20.
20.
There's someone next to her you don't recognize, and it almost looks like they're guarding her.
Nyla?
Mm-hmm.
Moved up in the world.
You do not see anyone else from your old crew.
Okay.
Do I see anyone I recognize? Just kidding.
It rolled out. No. Behind Zami, you see a figure dressed in like deep, dark blue kind of robes, and like a mask, full like a not porcelain, but like a. What's the word I'm looking for? One of those sort of expressionless, like just basic masks. It's done in like a
Neutral
deep
mask.
Yeah, neutral mask. It's done in like a deep gray, but you see that they're just standing kind of off behind and to the shoulder, very still, just watching. As you approach, Zami leans forward, and you see a smile play across the face. Gideon Silverstar. And most of the attendees start to, as she speaks, like people stop talking. And a hush kind of falls over the room.
I'll turn my head. Kellic, I may need assistance. I'm talking to her.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Hey. They know who we are, yeah?
Apparently. Hello?
You're supposed to be dead, my friend.
You know, that's the second time I've heard that today.
Well, it's true. After all, didn't your friends here, and she points at Mortis and Ava and
Nyla,
didn't they all see you die by Syl's hand?
I don't know what they saw. I woke up sometime later.
And therein lies the problem, doesn't it? You woke up.
You know, getting stabbed in the back doesn't feel too good.
I can empathize. She stands up. She walks down and crosses this marble threshold, and everybody's just watching this interaction take place. I find myself in a rather precarious position here.
Oh.
Because you see, I can't simply allow someone who's failed so spectacularly as you did to just wander off. Now, can I?
I wouldn't say I wandered off, would you?
It looks as though you did, my friend.
Madam,
Yes.
if I may, hello, I'm Kellic. I don't traffic in your circles, but I think I have a decent idea of what's going on here. I'm sure you're familiar as and I sort of look around the room.
Mhm.
Most of the folks here are criminals. I don't think they would be upset to be called that. When certain laws are broken, there is something known as a statute of limitations. And my friend Saker here has, I think, been, well, whatever failure he may be responsible for, it's been some time since then. So I think that many would see you as a rational and composed leader to let bygones be bygones and look to the benefits of future partnerships with someone as capable as Gideon Silverstar.
Kellic Gray. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've heard of you. I've heard of all of you, in fact. Well, there is one who's missing, no?
Yes.
And she flicks over to Mortis, who reaches into his pocket, and you see as this, like, just this sort of small black, like, handkerchief comes out, and he, like, throws it, and it unfurls into, like, almost like a 6-foot long, round, like, just black silk, and it falls onto the ground.
What?
Before, like, the black falls away, and you see a
Fucking
hole,
pocket. Yeah. Oh my god.
and he
Portable.
jumps down in there. And you see as Flynn's unconscious body is thrown upwards and lands onto the tiled floor here as Mortis climbs out, grabs the edge, and folds up the portable hole.
Do we all see Flynn? I would start to like run forward.
I would stop.
Yeah.
Homo if I can.
Yeah. Understand? You go over. And
No,
you
he
hear-
stopped.
No, I'm-
He's-
I-
You
he's-
stop and
Yeah.
like at the as you reach to go, you hear Thank you. I appreciate you consider and understand the gravity of the situation you currently find yourself in. So, you speak of benefits, statutes of limitations, time gone by. You see, I am generous. I can understand the argument to be made. And in fact, well, you have avoided and evaded our agents for quite some time. Despite the persistent rumors about your continued breathing, I am almost of a mind to allow bygones to be bygones. Cleverness should be rewarded. Initiative as well. Strength and cunning are the calculus of the crew. But there is no statute of limitations on betrayal. And that I cannot abide. And she waves her hand. And you see from a side chamber, a robed individual walk out, their hand up. And ahead of them, there's a circular, glowing platform. And atop it, you see a woman in her, appears to be in her 50s probably at this point, maybe 60s.
No.
Deeply tanned skin, tight braids across the hair. Same fierce look. Syl Blackthorn, your mentor, and the person who brought you into the crew. She is bound in a strange contraption. You see these bits of metal that are bound, like have her shoulders, her elbows, her wrists, her feet. Everything's bound together. She's kind of in this like rictus of a uncomfortable position, like almost bent over backwards, such that like she's on her knees, her hands are like up and behind her, completely restrained and cannot move. Due to the iron bands that have secured her. And the plinth with her atop it floats over. You see...
Can I catch her eyes?
You can. What do you, she's like, her like chin is up.
Mm-hmm.
But you see like her eyes are going towards you. She is, gagged. Cannot speak. You see, she's like... She's looking at you.
You don't want her. You want me.
See, Gideon, that's where I think you're wrong. Because while you made your colossal mistake in the South, cost us money, relationships that took months to repair, and certain inroads with the elements in Kaldur that we make great amounts of money from. Ultimately, the responsibility for your punishment lied with her.
And she did what she was supposed to do.
Really? See, she killed you, yes. This much I know. Stabbed you in the back in front of your whole crew. They all confirmed it. And she sweeps around and looks at everybody. But she brought you back, didn't she?
I don't know who brought me back.
Well, let's find out, shall we?
Let's not.
She walks over, grabs the gag, pulls it down. And you see as Syl is able to breathe a little easier. Chin up, and her eyes are looking at you. And Zami leans in. Why don't you tell us, Syl? What did you do to little Giddy here after you stabbed him in the back? I brought him back.
Syl, no.
And why? And she, takes a deep breath. And she looks down at you. She says, because he was always too good-hearted for this life.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Can I tell what this device is meant to do?
This device that she's in?
Yeah. Is it just a trap or is it something else?
It looks very much physical. It's it's physical. Make an Arcana check for me, I suppose.
Okay.
It's magical in nature?
Mm-hmm. It's a magical item.
It's really fun when all your spells destroy things a lot, but don't actually help in situations like these.
Wish I had a dragon.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
These are, you've heard of devices like this, similar in nature. There are various kinds.
Yeah.
But these are iron bands of Valaro. They are a magical item that basically renders a creature restrained. It's very difficult to get out of, but they are magical in nature. But yeah, they're effectively just like very, very strong manacles.
Okay.
But are magical in nature.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I think, about as much as you're able to gather.
Yeah.
With that roll.
If I can,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try to assess like if there is, for lack of a better word, a kill switch in this arrangement, whether Zami has a knife at quick access, or if there's something on this apparatus or anything of that nature.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna let that happen, if that makes sense. Like,
Okay.
yeah, if I'm able to assess that.
Okay. You see that they Zami does in fact have a knife. Not in her hand
Makes sense, yeah.
right now, but at her side.
Okay.
And is just like leaning in close to Syl as she looks to you and says what she says. And so, you see where my quandary lies. You see, perhaps, I can allow. Her, on the other hand.
Under no condition, ma'am. Certainly, this is the underworld. You're stabbing each other in the back all the time.
Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I came back?
That, I can't quite put my finger on.
There's more at play here than your pride, your ego. The whole world is about to fall. And we are here to stop it.
The whole world, you say?
The whole world. Have you not heard of the portals opening up around the world, letting foul creatures into this plane?
I have.
More's coming.
I don't doubt it.
Your little world will mean nothing when it comes.
I'm still struggling to get to Flynn.
Oh,
And
shit. Okay.
I'm still struggling,
That's right.
and Kelly is like holding me back, but I'm
Okay.
still struggling.
Yeah, I've just
And
got
I
a firm iron grip.
I hear Seeker say this, and I just like kind of like I'm not looking at anyone when I say this, but I just grunt. I say, "Yeah, you can keep playing your silly little spy games. See how long it lasts when demons from the hells come and rip everyone apart."
You may revive your friend.
I'll immediately go over.
I go with him if he's not holding me anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and I put Flynn's head on my lap.
Can I? I'd like to approach Zami and Syl. Like, I'm gonna take some steps and see if anyone restrains me.
As soon as you move towards them, like
Any number of
an
people.
incalculable amount
Like,
of
people
like,
just like,
weapons, arrows,
Yeah.
every like.
Put my hands up.
Yeah.
I will start to pull out 2 potions,
Okay.
and I will hand them to Kellic in case, and I'll just look at him to see if he wants me to.
I'll cast.
Mhm.
Man, I don't have cure wounds prepared. Silly me. So, healing word, second level, because here we are. And that will be, what's duty for 8? So 18. What's healing, and then I'll nod at Olma to pour a potion into Flynn's mouth.
I will hold them both up to you. One is very big, one is not very big.
The big one.
I have a potion of supreme healing.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. As you resolve that, Seeker, you approach. You start
I
taking
start
steps
to approach.
forward.
I would throw my hands up.
Yeah.
May I approach? You want me to leave my weapons here?
I'm not concerned with your weapons.
48 points of
On
healing.
top of that.
Yes. So it's 28 plus 20 because it's 10d8 or 10d4 plus 20, and I rolled 28. So
18 plus 48.
48, yep.
28 plus
Plus the
20.
18.
Okay.
no,
48
it's plus
plus
Plus the
20.
18 from my.
Yeah, plus
Oh,
your 18.
sorry.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Plus 18 from you. Okay, so you have 66 hit points.
So I'm good. I wake up.
You wake up.
Hey, lad.
Hey, Alma.
All right, you're gonna have to get ready for this. We're in the midst
I'm
of
just
it.
like petting his hair.
I'm like pulling him out of Alma's grasp, and I'm
Oh
getting
my
him off.
God.
All right.
I like slap him in the face.
Where are
Okay,
we?
time to be a big hero, all right? You're a cool adventurer, Flynn Fellowweave.
Yeah. Oh,
Alright.
man. Oh. Okay.
And I just like the same grip I had on Alma's shoulder, I put on Flynn's shoulder, and I like turn him to look
Okay.
at Seeker.
Okay. You can speak from there. Say whatever you'd like.
All of this is unnecessary. You did not need to make this a spectacle. I know what you care about. Do not do this.
You see, Yeti,
Stop calling me that.
that's where you're wrong. Strength and cunning are the calculus of the crew. And betrayal. Someone has to pay the price. And she takes the knife from her hip and she slashes Still's throat.
Can I do anything?
You can attempt to, if you'd like. What are you going to try?
Spare the dying.
It's counterspelled.
Okay.
Where's
then-
the counterspell come? Can we see where
Can
the
I
counterspell
counterspell
comes
the
from?
counterspell?
You can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does another one go off? Fuck. I don't know.
Yes.
Can I I'm gonna go for it again. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Can I counter?
Or if I, or I'm gonna fucking blight. Like I'm not letting this happen.
Okay.
Like I'll give Seeker a look.
Okay. You cast Blight on who?
Okay. Can you just give me an idea of what the room looks like, please, for
We're
my
surrounded.
edification?
How close are we
that's
to people?
okay.
Like
You're
where?
about 40 feet away from her. This conversation is happening like across a marbled, like across this kind of like roughly now open area that has been cleared out. There's
Mhm.
this kind of like buffer of distance between her and anybody else that is well maintained.
Okay.
How many people are here? How many people are in this room?
I mean,
Lot.
over 100. There are probably, from what you can see, everybody in here effectively is crew. So she slashes her throat.
Mhm.
You attempt to spare the dying.
I do.
It is counterspelled.
Okay. Who's counterspelling it?
The mage who has the
manacles?
who has the manacles, who has
And
the
then I
tensor's floating
counterspelled
disc.
them.
Yep, and then you counterspelled
So
them.
who was the other person to counterspell?
The other person to counterspell is, there's
There's probably just a shit ton of people in here.
Sure,
yeah.
but let's
yeah. We can play it out. Do the the calculus, to use the phrase that I've been using.
Yeah.
There is a. It wouldn't be her. Tell you what.
Can I say something? So, Kellic, when you look at me,
Mhm.
I shake my head.
This is barbaric. What? You're just gonna take lives for what?
Because I must.
No, you mustn't. Certainly, you deal with commerce all around the world. Yes, he hurts your bottom line, and you're gonna take a life for it. It's not what you must do. Everything has a value. Life has the most. So let us pay in some other capacity. Let this person live.
That's a very emboldened speech, my friend.
I think we should have just let the drow attack. If these people are here, hundreds and thousands of them, just letting people die all the time, why are we supposed to save your lives?
Because it is in your own self-interest to do so.
It's in
And the
your
attack you
interest
speak of
to-
is already underway. Now, our forces, Westreach's forces, to the east, are locked in combat with the drow you speak of. You think they'll let the city fall because you fucking asked for it?
No, but the world will fall without us. And now you punish us for nothing, for no good reason.
I punish him and I punish her for every fucking reason that I want to.
And God will fall before us before I let you take a life in front of me. I'm an agent of repair.
Well, that's lovely, isn't it?
I cast Blight on her.
It's counterspelled.
I cast Blight on... Actually, I'm going to cast Blight on the mage that did the counterspelling of the second counterspell.
It's counterspelled.
Okay, what are they, level 20? They have to cast... It's a level 8 spell.
They do. Blight is a level 4
I'm
spell.
casting it at level 8.
Okay, I'll roll a d20.
I'm just staring at Zami.
Yeah.
The counterspell fails.
Okay,
The blight goes through.
okay,
Level 8, go ahead and roll damage.
okay. Is she safe?
She...
Or the mage?
Attack you.
Did you cast it at the mage or at?
At the mage, you
Yeah.
counterspell. Yeah, because I want to cast healing.
Con save
Concept.
for blight.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me roll it. Give me just a second here, guys.
No worries. You're good.
Yeah, man. Con save is 13. They fail.
Fail. Okay. $38 points of necrotic damage.
38 points of necrotic damage. All right. You see as the blight takes hold on this this archmage. 38, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're still up.
Okay.
You cast the level 8 blight.
Mm-hmm.
The counterspell fails. What do you do next?
Kellic.
I'm gonna move to try to heal her if we're out of initiative in a sense. I'm gonna try to spare the dying again, or healing word.
Okay.
Kellic.
As you move forward,
I'm not just watching execution for nothing.
the mage, casts a spell, waves her hands,
Counterspell
counterspell.
at level 4.
They're rolling again. It is. Let's see here. Just a straight intelligence check. Level 4, they're going for 14.
Mm-hmm.
20. Dirty 20. You don't see anything, but as you move forward, you run into something invisible that you can't see. There's a wall of force around you,
Around.
around him, and her. Because you guys are together, right? And you.
Okay.
Unless
yeah,
he
I think
stepped
I was
forward.
near
If
them.
he stepped forward, but
Yeah, if
I
you
don't
stepped forward and you went with
I
him,
was near them.
know. Is it a circular thing or is it just in front of us?
it's a you can't see it. It's
Yeah.
invisible.
Mhm.
But you, as like Kellic, as you move forward, you run into something solid. As wall of force is cast around. Because did you move forward with Kellic?
If Kellic started moving forward to
You
go
moved
heal,
forward?
no, I didn't. I was
Oh,
staying
you
with
stayed back.
Flynn.
Okay. So I'll
Um,
say it's about, so it's a 10-foot radius circle.
Depends on how far
So
he
it
got
can,
forward.
I would say that, yeah, it happened. This is all happening pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
I'd say that it gets the 3 of you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the ground. I'm like in your
He
lap.
lifted you up. He lifted
Oh, right. I'm standing now. Yeah.
You are inside of a wall of force.
Okay.
Seeker.
I'm gonna rub my ear and look at Syl
She's maintaining eye contact with you.
and say I'm sorry.
Can I not cast through a wall of force? I don't know how wall of force works.
You can. Or well.
The only thing that you can cast through a wall
It's
of
not
force
a targeted
is,
spell in the same way. It's not like a projectile.
Yeah, but not a projectile. I don't think. But I think.
So-
But like spare the dying isn't that?
the rules of Counterspell, because it provides, not Counterspell, Wall of Force. Wall of Force provides total cover.
Okay.
So you can't target a creature on the other
Outside
side
of
of
the
total
wall.
cover.
Gotcha.
The way that I rule Wall of Force is you can teleport to an area outside of it that you can see, because otherwise it's a little too
Right.
difficult, in my opinion. Because it's like a total, otherwise it's a complete and utter shutdown. But you can teleport outside of it, and the only other thing that you can cast outside of a Wall of Force is Sacred Flame, because it specifically says that it avoids, or that it ignores cover. That's the only spell that says that. So you say,
I'm sorry.
How close are we?
at this point you moved about 10 feet, you're probably 30 feet away.
Okay.
Can
You can decide how you want to roll this.
Okay.
Mass Cure Wounds says,
Okay.
a wave of healing energy washes out from a point of your choice within range.
Mhm.
Choose up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on that point. Each target regains hit points equal to 3d8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Mhm.
If I put it in, like, before the Wall of Force, theoretically I could still choose her as a target.
So if you get it up before the Wall of Force, you mean?
Like, if I put the point right in front of me, then it doesn't, I'm not targeting outside of the Wall of Force, but she's within range
You're
of the
saying she's
sphere.
in it? Does the wall of... Oh, yeah.
can you
Or unless
target?
the Wall of Force
Do effects
blocks
still
can
happen
target
through?
effects.
Because it can't be one of the targets?
Effects. So Wall of Force specifically says that spell effects cannot pass through the wall.
I'm punching it.
Yeah, you rail against it.
Damn you! You hear me? I will destroy you when we come back from the gods!
You scream.
I'm screaming. Yeah, for sure.
You pound against the wall.
Know this, there will be penance to come from Kellic Grey, the ace!
You scream. You hear it dimly on the other side of the wall. Like just the it sounds very far away.
Whatever years remain to me, I will dedicate to removing you from this place! Elbor will know no Crown Link crew!
She walks up to the edge of the wall. Looks at you.
Zami does?
Turns. Wipes the knife. You look at Syl.
Yeah.
Say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say more.
What?
Sil, I'm sorry. I wouldn't have come back if I did not have to. This will not stand. I'm sorry.
They respond in a whisper only you can hear. You were always too good for this life. I'd do it again. And she dies. The mage leaves. Body atop the
The
plinth. Now, what is it you came here for?
Look at Oma, Kellic, Flynn.
I'm assuming I'm still behind a Wall of Force. Okay, yeah. I'm screaming.
Can he hear...
I won't keep doing it, so that you can have a scene.
Can they
But
behind...
Let it be known, of course.
behind the wall...
Of course.
So, like, his yelling's muffled. Can he hear stuff from outside, or is it also muffled for him?
It's very muffled. Like, I mean, I like the idea that something can be heard.
Yeah.
You know, like it's some sound can travel. Just because for story purposes, because it's cool.
I think also as he's been doing this, I just like fall back and sit, and I'm kind of just like taking everything in, just looking at Kellic, looking at the dead body now hanging, and looking at our situation.
So I look
Brought away out of sight.
at Kellic, and I just mouth, trust me. I know.
I just mount. This will not stand.
It will not. And I look back at Zami. We need Walker.
For?
A trip to the waste. We have a lich to kill.
And a world to save.
And a world to save. Which unfortunately you are still in. And my hands at my side are balled into fists.
Well, Walker is free to make her own choices. Aren't you, Kira? She turns. And stepping forward, pulling back a hood, you see Kira. The girl you mentored and brought into the crew yourself.
You.
And there's a tear running down her cheek.
Hello, Kira.
You need to go to the wastes.
Yes. Desperately.
You see fury in her eyes. Why?
The fate of Elbor depends on it.
Didn't he just say it? He's going to kill a lich.
I want to hear it from him.
He just said it.
There's a phylactery in an old temple Talaris. Or below it. We must destroy, so we can kill the lich. So that we can then go kill a god. Or multiple gods. It is bigger than this. It's the only reason I stay my hand.
Turns to Zami. She nods. Who says, "Excellent. Well, it sounds like Kira is more than happy to escort you to the destination you seek. Her usual price, right?" Kira nods. "And Kira, dear, while you're there, make sure to check on the dust callers. We haven't heard from them in some time." It was a pleasure doing business with you. Giddy. Remember this.
I shall never forget it.
I don't doubt it. She turns. Exits. Kira approaches you.
The wall of force still up.
For now. About 3 or 4 minutes go by. The duration on the spell is 10 minutes. But about 3 or 4 minutes go by before it drops. The mage is gone. Zami is gone.
Is the body still there?
It was taken.
It was taken. Kira walks up to you. Tomorrow night.
Where?
You're staying at the Swaying Bow?
Yeah.
I'll find you.
I'm sorry I left you here. I'm sorry I didn't reach out. But as you see, there's costs. Thank you for helping us.
Don't thank me yet. She leaves. Mortis comes up to you. Looks at you. Consequence. Nyla. Ava. One by one. Just come up. They leave.
If this is the consequence for a single departure, what do you suppose yours will be for allowing all this darkness?
Kelly, there'll be time.
They look at you. They hear you. They acknowledge what you say. What's Kellick's insight?
Probably 20. Passive insight's 20, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if it means anything to Kellick, but these people are like all of them are devastated.
It does.
Like they're
Yes,
they're devastated. These people, Mortis, Ava, Kira, and Nyla are barely keeping it together.
It's you. It's people like you
Kelly,
that keep this alive.
Kelly,
Don't forget that.
Kelly. Not right now. I walk over to him.
It's always the time seeker.
No. that's not-
Consequences.
It's not the time. Stop. Mortis.
He's on his way out, but he'll stop.
Ava. Nyla.
Ava
can't-
Ava
I-
doesn't stop. Nyla doesn't stop. Mortis stops.
I don't make eye contact with him. This world is mad. This world you live in is mad. Still knew that.
She knew there was only one way out.
We both knew that. Do you think I would come back here if it wasn't a matter far more important?
That's why I'm not mad at you, Yeti. That's why I'm not mad.
Tell the others I'm sorry.
Okay. Good luck.
Wish I could say I was glad to see you all, but take care.
And he nods as if to follow him. What do you guys do?
I want to leave.
Is the wall forced?
The wall
Yeah, the
of
wall
Okay.
force is down. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Wall of Force is down.
That's why. Yeah.
Oh,
Wall of
okay.
Force.
I thought it
So
was still shot
after-
passes.
After like I will say like
No,
you guys
I was
see.
When Kira,
Yeah.
Here's
when
what I'll
Kira
say.
came up, that's when it fell.
I'll say that. So I know it's actually.
No, it was up.
It was
still.
like it was
But I
up,
asked.
up until if
No, it
if
was 3
I'm
minutes at
sorry,
that
I misspoke if I said it was before. So basically, like at this is when the wall of
Oh,
Like
okay.
you guys can hear these
Just
changes,
recently, yeah.
and you were yelling through the wall, and
Okay.
like
Yes.
they could hear you and all that.
That's my.
But
yeah.
now,
Got it.
basically, like as they nod, as like Mortis is like, "Come on," the wall drops.
If I could, as I notice, maybe Kellick hitting it, and his hand goes through, and I kind of maybe pick up that the force field's down. I'll kind
and
of
the noise
stand up.
kind of like
Yeah,
all
Right,
over
yeah,
this place.
yeah, the
Although
computer-
there's not a lot.
No.
Like there are.
But
hundreds-
the quality there
100
shifts.
Yeah, there's like 100 people in here that are
Yeah.
all just like
Yeah.
on pin. Like no one is like moved. People really aren't. Like there's like the tension. No one knows what to do, but they're all just watching.
I'll stand up from sitting, and I'll walk over to Seeker, and I'll just give him a hug. I'll just reach out and just grab him and pull him in and hug him.
Okay.
I'll give you a hug back.
Sorry you had to go through that, man.
I'll bend down and give you a hug. Thanks, Flynn.
It's gonna be okay.
I hope so. Doesn't feel like it right now.
I know. Well, we're here if you need us.
This isn't your fault, Seeker. You have nothing to be sorry about.
Let's leave. Let's leave this place.
If I can catch anyone in the crowd's eye,
Yeah, you can.
yeah,
For sure. Everybody's watching you.
I won't. Yeah,
You have a captive audience.
I will like do my best to like subdue my posture to be less aggressive, but I'll. Whatever reason any of you had of joining this can't be it. Let's go.
The problem is they're here now. So their fate is the same if they leave.
Only if they all agree to it, Seeker.
Mm-hmm.
What would happen if you all decided this wasn't the way it should be?
Mm-hmm.
I know how hard it is to disagree with the people that you respect. But even the gods make mistakes and should be challenged.
Let's go.
I'll follow you. How do we get the hell out of here?
I'll follow Mortis.
With the blood still on the floor. You guys leave.
I'll walk on, I don't know if this means anything, but I'll walk on Seeker's left.
Mm.
I don't think that matters.
I'll notice it. Yeah, no, I'll note it.
As you exit, you hear the chatter of the place pick back up slowly. You hear a couple of questions. Effectively, like, what do you suppose he meant by that? And then, like,
yeah, sure.
sort of the digesting of what you said.
Yeah, the challenge, yeah.
That even gods can be challenged. As a very different atmosphere takes over. You guys exit. The wall closes behind you. You follow Mortis.
Yeah.
The other three, like, they're gone. Like, wherever they are, you're not sure. Mortis, at one point, stops.
What?
It was me or you.
I almost got away.
Too bad almost isn't good enough.
Oh, you?
Yeah, he's a dick. But he's good at what he does.
Yeah.
Are you guys friends? We're friends?
We worked together. I don't know if we were friends. I did trust him once. But,
Not anymore.
Kinda happens when you almost kill our friend.
I mean, didn't lie to us.
I don't... Nah, Mortis doesn't lie. It's different than what we have. It's built on, It was built on something different. More like fear, ambition.
I mean, we knew this going in that this place wasn't good. Or evil or bad or...
Yeah, I might have undersold it a little bit.
I didn't quite know what we were going into. That's for sure.
Well, we have a task.
Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
That's what she said.
That's good. So I would like to sleep.
Kira should be able to keep you safe in the wastes. She's made more journeys than anyone else.
Kira. Walker is Kira.
Walker's more of a... What's a title? can be passed from one person to the next. She apprenticed to the previous not long after you left.
Gotta have somebody to risk their lives in the waste, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we do.
More like the things in the waste are probably more at risk from Kira than the other way, but
I hope that's
Well,
true.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
She didn't seem too keen on you either, Seeker. Yiddy.
oh no, she's not
Don't
going.
call him that.
Oh, sorry.
If Corbin saw it fit to store his phylactery there, then that's probably for good reason.
The road ahead of you is not easy. If what
Yeah, well,
Kira's
the road behind us isn't easy either. And the road ahead of you isn't going to be easy either. So I hope you've made peace with whoever you need to make peace with, because the end is coming for all of you.
We're gonna stop it.
Well, maybe we'll wait a little bit in your case. I don't see anyone else getting up here to help us out. Risk their lives to save everybody in the universe. Have fun. Killing your own people while there's a war going on around us. You guys make me sick. I'm gonna leave the bar.
We will save you. Good is not selective. It does not discriminate. And I'll follow Oma.
You, as you leave, just to himself, is not meant for you to hear, but your past is pretty good.
Hmm.
Sometimes I wish it was.
Seeker, we should probably catch up.
You know your way out? Still read the signs?
I can still read them, yeah.
Shouldn't lead you astray. Good luck.
Some bad stuff is coming.
I believe you.
Get ready. Get them ready. Zami is not the problem. I mean, she's a problem. But it is going to get much worse. I mean, hopefully not too much worse, but prepare.
For what it's worth, I didn't know.
No, that's why they're so mad at me. She's a monster. Much of them are. Sure. She'll get hers.
I knew you were alive.
Oh,
Syl told me.
did she tell the rest of you?
Just me.
Yeah, you're probably the only one who wouldn't be so pissed that go run off and tell everyone.
Yeah, why didn't you tell anyone?
Because she asked me not to. Because if anybody else knew, we'd all be dead.
Right. So you were keeping a secret from the crew?
Yeah.
Seeker.
What?
Give him some ink.
Okay.
I didn't know what they were gonna do. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what they were gonna do.
But now you know. He was screaming at it. It was muffled, I guess, but I don't know if you heard it, but we are the agents of repair. And I know the little one was angry too, and I mean, I feel like I should be more angry at you, but I'm just too tired to be angry anymore. We're trying to save the world.
I'll walk over, shake hands. There's a vial of ink.
Okay.
You can use that to reach me.
Takes it. Palms it. I'll do what I can to help. But I can't promise much.
We found Walker. That's what we needed.
Yeah.
We can keep Syl alive. By being better.
She'd do it again, you know?
I do, actually. She told me. Right before she died.
I don't know if you're aware, but I'm part of a collective guild. A crew of sorts, too. It's gone through some changes recently. Maybe yours can, too. You have the ink if you need our help. Like I said, agents of repair.
I knew before he said it. You made quite the name for yourself out there.
My friend's kind of loud. Not like us.
He speaks true, though.
But we are trying to repair.
And he takes the ink, shakes it. I'll keep an eye out. And, you're safe.
You sure? No more? No more? No more?
Zombie made the example she needed to.
Okay, so if I turn around and start walking...
We'll be fine. I just have to catch them before they get lost down the tunnels.
Right. Oh, shit. Yeah. We probably should get going, man. Yeah.
Goodbye, Gideon.
I'll give him a hug.
There's a moment where he doesn't quite know how to respond.
I know it's weird. Just,
And he, awkwardly, pats you on the back.
I know. It's called a hug.
I don't like it.
They kind of grow on you. Yeah, Flynn.
I'll go in around the waist area and I'll just
I'm uncomfortable.
Okay.
You'll get used to it. Well,
Stay alive.
You, too. And he just turns and vanishes into the dark.
the next time you see me, it'll be more difficult.
Sure.
He's right behind you.
All right, Seeker, we do need to catch them because they're probably lost.
Right.
I'll follow you.
Okay.
Wait, are you okay?
What?
I know that. I mean, we can talk about it at the house, but
That's good. Yeah, that's just... No, I'm not okay, but let's go.
okay. All right, go.
And we'll make our way back through trying to catch Galek.
We haven't gone very far. I'm
Yeah.
pouting. I assume Thessaly is like trying to talk me out of my...
that's Jesus, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God, and all the tension
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
God, yes. It's a very they are it's just quiet. It's just a quiet
Yeah.
Thessaly just does not know what to say.
Right.
Definitely also knows more about...
Probably less surprised of what happened because she knows
This.
they know how this
J-
plays.
taken just
Hmm.
No, definitely taken by surprise, but knows my countenance in response to this. Because we've run across them before, and it's been my response is very different than the other stuff that we faced. So I don't think Des is super shocked. I mean, shocked.
Yeah, when you do approach, actually, So, does this mean you don't have to hide anymore? Is your name cleared? It seemed like it to me.
It does kind of seem like I can just be whoever now.
It seems like the name may have been cleared, but emotions are still there.
But the price has been paid by whatever ridiculous mathematics is being applied.
The thing is, there was no win for us in that room. It was one or all of us.
That
Can't
doesn't
stand
make
by.
it any better.
No.
So why
Who
are you
talking
trying to justify
It was my
it?
mentor. I knew them. You did not.
So stop trying to justify it.
I'm not justifying.
You
but
said
you're
I'm
alive
sorry
and
to
breathing
everyone.
right now.
You said I'm sorry
it as a
to
victory.
everyone. It's not your
You
fault.
don't know what we went through. You don't know who that person was to us.
Aye, because you haven't told us fucking anything, Seeker. And we went in blind to watch your mentor get executed in a room full of people that were poised to hurt us.
Did you think that I thought that was going to happen?
No, but I do wish that we'd stop mating people that seem to have grudges against people I regard as me closest friends. And I give a look to Thessaly. This is not the first time that I have felt blindsided and have, frankly, lost control of my emotions in response.
We are fighting a cycle of gods that no one knew.
Right.
Some of us have things in our past that we'd rather not talk about.
In Kellic, there are people who bear all of us grudges. Lady Artemisia wasn't exactly a cakewalk.
I know, but I was upfront about her.
And we still all kind of died for that.
Well,
Look.
because we went in knowing fully what was happening.
We at least were able to be prepared for it. I'm not saying anyone's right in this situation, okay? I'm just saying it would have been nice to know why you had to leave in the first place and why you were a black mark and why
I didn't
everyone
even
was
know
looking for you.
anything about the Cronlund crew till a few days ago. I had heard whispers, and that's all.
I don't talk about it. That's the reason why I did, when I said I don't want to die. I've already done that. I don't want to do it again to get out of a group. So, can we go back to the room, please?
I assume we're walking and talking at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So I'm just like checking marks, like, oh shit, this one. Yes, that's okay. I think that's safe, and this one's bad. Oh yeah, we're going this way.
At some point, as you guys are walking, Thessaly does come up to you and just puts her arm on your shoulder, like their hand on your shoulder. I know you like to make jokes. I know it's your way of not dealing with things that maybe you should deal with. But I'm so sorry, Tarka. And she brings you into a hug.
Yeah, I'll hug back and yeah. Thank you. Let's keep going.
You find your way out of the tunnels, using the various sigils and marks of thieves' cant on the walls. You don't take the route. Well, it's up to you. You find, as you get close, there's some routes that say, like, basically an exit this way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you try to follow back to the Ashen Hammer, or do you try to just, like, pop out somewhere else?
If something seems like a clear exit out, I'll go that way instead of going back through the Ashen Hammer.
Okay, cool. After 10 or 15 minutes, you eventually come upon like a ladder that leads up to some kind of a grate, and you can see moonlight filtering down through the grate. You're able to climb up. find your way out. You're several blocks away from the Ashen Hammer. Still in Dortamen, of course.
Yeah.
But kind of come up in a grate that's like back in an alleyway between two buildings, like a drainage, something. It's a bit of a slippery climb up the ladder. It's quite a ways. But find yourself out in fresh air. Sun is set. Evening is fallen. And the evening is yours.
We hit the street.
Mhm.
I'm kind of just following
Seeker?
Yeah.
I actually draw Silverwind and put it over my shoulder, and until we get back to the city proper, keep an eye out. There's going to be pickpockets and all kinds of people trying to mess with us. Stay on lookout. And I'm just going to start walking.
Seeker,
What?
who was that person to you?
They found me in the streets and brought me to the Ground Link. And they were my mentor. And
They helped you get out.
yeah, it was kind of weird. We were in a fight. Can we go back and get some of that tea? I don't feel so good. We were in a fight. As they laid out for everyone, I failed a mission. I was a newly promoted boss of sorts, and I was sent basically to give them a stronghold so that they could treat with Kaldor and take over a city. And I chose not to do this.
Why?
It felt wrong. It reminded me of the reasons that I left my home. And it was kind of the last straw for me in this organization. And so we got in a fight because I cost them money and position and territory, and I turned to leave, and she stopped me.
So all this time you thought that they were your enemy? You said you didn't know.
Oh no,
Who revived
no. When I woke up on the ground outside of Westreach, I had a note from Sil, basically saying I was too good for this, and so they must have found someone with skills like you to I don't know how long I was dead. It did not feel good.
Right, it doesn't. I saw Zerk call after he was revived. Take something from you.
So,
I'm sorry, Seeker.
me too.
And I'm sorry if I made it worse.
Thank you for fighting.
I can't stop myself from... I can't abide just slaughter like that.
I froze.
I understand.
I didn't expect to see any of them.
You know, in a weird way, I'm kind of jealous.
Why?
There's nobody in the temple that Artemisia could have used against me. But, I don't know. I suppose if they threatened to kill me mother, something would have... Maybe I'd have froze. It's a lot to be confronted with all at once.
And, Walker, Kira, I brought in
So if they leave, then you'll be killed.
Well,
Not if I can help it.
maybe. I mean, I abandoned them. I left them.
I don't know if I would qualify it as that.
I don't think they're upset about that. I think they're upset about.
They seem pretty comfortable in there.
Well, I'm just
I
saying
think they're upset about it.
they're upset about the fact that your mentor lied and betrayed them. So not to split hairs here, but I don't think Kira leaving would be all that it would take for Seeker to be in that place.
One thing at a time. There's stuff to do.
Yeah, we have a long trip with Kira, so we'll get to find out.
Yeah.
I don't want
they
to
feel.
talk to her.
Okay.
You don't have to.
I'm kind of curious.
She seems evil to me.
I'm sure you'll find something to say.
She's definitely capable.
Yeah, capable of hurting people.
We've all hurt people.
We're all capable of hurting people, Oma.
You don't see her out here trying to save the world?
Not all perfect like you.
She's
I'm
taking...
not saying I'm perfect.
Then why can't you see that other people aren't either?
Is she even trying?
Who knows? We'll find out.
She's taking us to the waste.
People
She
are
gets
not-
scared. Some people get frightened. Some people get frozen up in fear.
She didn't have to say yes. She has plenty of reasons to hate me.
We can't expect everyone to understand what we're doing, Alma.
I don't expect everyone to understand what we're doing.
She expect everyone to try to do good.
I mean, I think there's a big difference from trying to do good than to, actively doing bad.
What active badness have you witnessed Kira doing?
Didn't do anything to stop what happened.
And how would she do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You didn't do anything to stop what happened,
I
Alma.
tried.
But even if, you would have. Sometimes you gotta let a fight go. Sometimes it's worth to fight another day.
Sometimes you gotta let a fight go, Flynn.
Yeah.
Sometimes you were nearly dead. Did you let a fight go?
That is a good question, Flynn. What happened to you?
Yeah. Well, so I was outside and I was keeping an eye on the place and making sure there wasn't anyone that came in that I knew. And you was even Morris?
Mordis.
Mortis.
Ava.
And Ava, they showed up and they walked up to me and they said, "Follow me or else." And
You took or else.
You found out what else
that's
was.
or else, yeah.
Hey,
They're the wrong tooth to run from.
Yeah, I found that out. I almost got away.
I'm sure you did. I'm surprised
Yeah.
they got the best
I
of you,
found
to
out
be
that
honest.
this thing can do a lot of weird shit. But it wasn't enough, so, I gotta keep practicing.
But, yeah, I mean, they're pretty competent people. We have to keep that in mind. It's a shame not all competent people can be recruited to save in the world.
Well,
This-
we gave him some ink, so
There's still hope.
there's some hope.
Hey,
And it seemed from whatever you were saying and yelling, some people were turning an ear.
it did seem that way. I'm surprised, to be honest. But I don't think that everyone in that room is evil somehow. I know that people do these things for reasons.
Look,
The time I spent in Addersfeld, in Vanamore even, I've met a lot of people from a lot of places, a lot of backgrounds. A lot of them had a lot of good things to say about the Crownlink. Ways that it had helped them.
it's all... Xavier found you. That makes all of the difference. I found Kira. So if she's evil, then I'm evil.
March found me and took me into the Hallow Guard.
Same
And
difference.
we worked with the Crownling crew, so I don't know what you're talking about. She and I got out. And we started doing good.
Yeah, but not everyone's you, Alma. Some people get scared.
You don't think I'm scared?
Yeah, but
That has nothing to do with it.
It does.
No.
It does.
It
Because if
definitely
you're
does.
fear, if
It's
you're
about
scared.
choosing to make the right choice, even when you are scared.
Yeah, and not everyone does. So they don't get stricken down with fire.
Did I strike anyone down with fire?
It sounds like you want to.
I'll let the world do it for me.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You know, part of the reason that they all stayed is because I died to get out. They saw it in front of them. I turned to walk. I said I was leaving, and I was not allowed to leave.
We don't know why they stayed.
No, I know why they stayed.
Objectively, you don't. You probably have a good idea, but I'm just saying they could have stayed for a number of reasons.
Okay. Let's go get some sleep.
You want to get that tea still?
Yes.
Many arguments to be made. Thoughts. The reflections on everything you guys just witnessed. As each of you retreats into your own thoughts, your own perspective of the events you just witnessed. You make your way across Dortamen. Fortunately, no one seems to bother you.
Yeah, definitely keeping an eye out. Yeah.
Some people look. They don't approach. Don't seem to bother you. You make it to the teleportation circle. Cross to Doresta. Make your way through the green ring. Back to the swaying bow. You all head up to your rooms. And unless there's anything anybody wants to do before heading off to sleep.
I don't necessarily need to have a conversation, but I'll go and get tea with Seeker and I'll help him make it.
Okay.
And I'll sit on the balcony with you and I'll sit there, drink the tea, and I won't say anything. I'll just be there in silence unless you want to talk. I'm just gonna give you
I just got like a 10,000 yard stare.
right out to the waist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from your guys' balcony.
Yep.
You see to the north and west the rolling hills of Anboldir give way to the flat, barren expanse of the waste off in the distance as it's bathed in the moonlight.
Yeah, I'll just put my hand up on his on his shoulder. As we're sitting there, I'll kind of lean in, put my hand up there, and just take another sip. Sitting there, just.
We should probably see if Kelly can get. They said the battle is raging. We should probably try to get an update.
Oh, with the drow?
Just curious.
Yeah, maybe before we go to bed, if he's got the energy.
I'm just I'm in the bathroom like pouring a bucket of water on my head.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Is there like a? I'm sorry. Go ahead. No.
he was really upset.
Me too. He had the words.
I don't know. I was kind of just numb to it. I don't know why. I mean, I was kind of tired from getting knocked out, but maybe it's because I've seen so much. I'm sure Kellic would have an answer.
It's.
I don't even really know if I need one. Just. I'd be worried
That you are numb?
that I wasn't kicking and screaming and trying to save them.
No, I don't think you need to be worried.
I would have if you'd asked.
I wouldn't have asked that there.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still. Whatever it takes.
We've got. So I talked to Sil in their last moments.
You did.
And she did say that she would do it again.
Jeez.
She know what she did. And I know why we're here. It wasn't to die in that room.
She sounds like she was probably too good for this place, too.
In ways, yes.
I know we have a lot to do, but. You think we can fix it?
So broken.
I mean, mine is too.
going to try.
I'll be there when you need me.
Thank you.
This tea is really good.
Yeah, it is good.
What's up? What's on your mind?
I'm just glad you didn't die. I mean,
Yeah, me too. I kind of just passed out. He's really good with those swords, and he's fast as hell. I hid in a box. I thought I was quiet. Apparently not. But yeah, this shoulder pad, I don't know what they put in it, but some crazy shit. I'm glad I can still use it.
yeah, I'm really
That's the
glad.
thing. I don't know why I'm not mad at him either. Like, yeah, it sucks, but I kind of respect it, Anyway,
I do know.
I really wish this was a beer, but
We could get a beer.
yeah.
Speaking of, is there like a bell or like a way? Because I think when we came up, he was like, "You can get a hold of me."
There's a way, yeah. There's like a.
Does this place have a Jerome?
Yeah.
Is that for Siren or is that for the
No,
house?
it's for
For the
you guys.
house.
Like, you
the
guys, yeah,
housekeeper? Yeah.
yeah. You guys can. There's ways to
Jerome? What is his name?
get some.
For what? The house?
Or the royal house's person. I can't remember what his
Oh,
name
yeah.
is. It's not Jerome.
It's not Jerome.
It's
Jordan.
Jordan. Thank you.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Jordan is the
Yeah.
the maitre d' kind of
Right.
of Queen of the
Nouveau
Queen's
riche.
residence,
Do you go?
the monarch's
Yeah,
residence.
doesn't every tavern?
But yeah,
have
you
Jordan?
guys could get if you want
you
to.
find
It's
the-
easy enough to get some ales brought up from
You go get a
downstairs.
bell. You said you were going for a bell?
Yeah, I'd love whatever. Like if there's a mechanism by the front door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
call.
a little bell, and you like ring it, and
Yeah.
it doesn't you don't hear any sound. It you feel the
Mhm.
The vibration.
dongle thing in
So
there.
like
I don't even know what
keep
that's
shaking the
called.
shit out of it. Like
And a short
I
time
think
later,
it's broken.
you see you hear a polite knock at the door. You see like an elvish woman who has like an apron across the waist. Yes, can I get you something?
Yes,
Also, you don't have to ring it that hard.
it doesn't make noise.
We hear it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you feel it, it's working.
Okay, okay. I would like 3 beers and Oma. What would you like? Anything to drink?
Almost asleep.
4 beers and maybe some kind of dessert.
I'll see what I can scrounge up.
Oh, and is there a way we could get a note off to Lord Saran?
Yes.
Okay, I will draw something up. I would like to get the message
Okay.
out there.
Very well. And she goes, comes back, brings you everything you need, and asks for what do you write a note?
Yeah, I write a
Sorry?
note. It's just
Okay.
basically asking for a status update,
Okay.
telling them we found what we need, who we need.
Okay. She takes it, and you see as she grabs a hold of it. I'll have this delivered up to the Council of Five's building. That's where Lord Sren usually finds his time, and I'll make sure it's delivered.
Thank you.
Let us know if you need anything else. And just politely closes the door and leaves. Yeah. As you guys drink your beers.
Can I?
Yeah,
Can I?
of course.
Flynn, come.
Yeah, what?
Are you in conversation with us right now?
Not right now. No.
Can I?
I'm just sitting in the bathroom. I'm sitting on the floor of the bathroom.
Just
Yes.
come out for a moment.
All right. 1 second.
Drag yourself up.
Make yourself, presentable.
I'm presentable seeker. Always. Come out.
As you come out, I thrust a beer into your chest. I know.
I'll take it.
Okay, so we are going to cheers to fucked up mentors.
Well, cheers to that.
Why would we toast them?
They made us who we are.
We would not be who we are.
Bah. Why
without
on
them.
that? We're who we are because of who we are, not because we were.
Everything that has happened has led to this moment right here.
Mm-hmm. Defying them also
Exactly
made
how
them.
it was.
Defying them also made them. who we
Including
are.
all of the cycles of the gods and all of that shit.
All right, but I still don't agree about the mentor thing.
Guys, cheers. share a pint. And The evening wears on a little bit longer, but before the evening is out.
Maybe just as we're like getting ready for bed.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of that? In your calculus? No, it's not the same. But that woman, I don't know, Seeker was her Fane or something. Do you know what I mean?
I understand what you mean. It is not the same. Not to me. Boston and the rest of the Fatal Reserve were they would have continued. They would have carried on. There would have been 100 more me's if they hadn't been stopped. And I know that in the calculus of all of this, taking a life is never in the cards for you. And I know you think life is precious.
I know it is.
I know. What happened tonight was... it felt senseless.
Well, it had a sense. That's the thing that I always come back to. We live in a world where I can stitch wounds back together without a thread or a needle. And I can bring Zorkal back from whatever sphere he was drifting off to. But as Seeker said, it takes something from you that you don't get back. Because life cannot be bought or sold. It does not have a value. There is no calculus for what life is. It defies mathematics. What? Faced with all this, all I feel is rage, unproductive emotions. Meant what I said. When all this is done, I'm going to build something that makes it harder for places like the Crown Link to prey on people. Places where people like Artemisia can't seize upon people's blind faith. It's the only kind of thing I can believe in now.
I believe you about that too. She takes your hand.
I don't know what that means for our cottage down the road, but we can cross that bridge when we come to it.
We can build two places.
I think we can manage that.
And they squeeze your hand.
I'll just embrace them.
And as the two of you fall into your embrace. Both of you thinking about, in the calculus, what is a life worth? Fall off to sleep. Each of you in time. Glenn, you level up.
Hey! Got almost die, and I
Got
level
the
up.
shit kicked out of you.
You earned it.
Let's go.
You earned it.
Hey, what are you
Solo
gonna pick?
EXP.
What are you gonna pick as a level?
We shall find out.
Cleric.
I want some of that.
As you come to the end of a very long, very trying
Oh my god,
Yet
the
another
longest
day.
day.
Yet another long day for the AOR.
When we return, you guys will have a day here in Westreach to do
Okay.
different things, whatever you want, pursue some avenues, some downtime. And tomorrow evening, under cover of night, you head to the wastes. So, that was a heavy one, guys. That was a real,
Love you, Seth.
real
Love you.
heavy one.
Love you,
so
man.
much.
Love you
And
guys.
you too, Rodney.
Love
Yeah.
you.
Good
Love
job.
you all. That was, we're going
Good
to go debrief for a while.
Okay, good work.
And we love
But,
you.
and we love you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
No, we love that.
We love me.
You did good.
Oof, man.
It's zombie.
So we're
We
gonna
don't-
end
it's
right
zombie.
there.
Go ahead and end it there.
Hope you guys had as much fun as we
Yeah.
did. You had all the fun.
'Cause we sure did not. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye, nerds.
Nerds.
Love you guys.
Love you, buddy.
Love you.
Love you.
Hey nerds, Shane here. This is our last episode for the year 2024. So give yourselves all a pat on the back. We made it through another year. We did it. We're going to take a little 2-week hiatus from putting out stuff, but that doesn't mean we're going to go completely dark. You'll definitely still see tons of social media posts coming out from us, and who knows? Maybe I'll hop on the stream. Maybe Russ will. We'll see what happens. But this is our last official episode before 2025, which is crazy town. But just want to take this moment to say thank you so much to everybody who's listened and watched our show. We've had a crazy year, from going to Comic-Con to receiving our very first sponsor. It's been a massive, massive year for us. And we're all just tickled pink by that. It's really a beautiful, magical thing to be able to reach out and provide something that helps folks get through their day, or gives folks some entertainment. So thank you so much. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. See you next year, nerds.